Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I can't believe that I am filming a January 2022 budget. What is going on? This is officially my 1-year anniversary of posting my monthly budgets. My first budget that I ever posted was in December of 2020 for my January 2021 budget. So this is my official 1-year anniversary of posting monthly budgets. I hope you guys are not getting sick of these videos because I love to film them. I think it's so fun to share our real number monthly budget every single month, and it's just really fun for me to reflect back. I did just go watch my 2021 January budget, and it was really weird to realize that that was a year ago. Like, it feels like it was yesterday, kind of like I was just having deja vu about like the whole budget. But let's get into our budget for January 2022. So we always have our W-2 income. So I am estimating $7,000. But we did actually have to change around some of our benefits for this year. So I know this is probably very common for a lot of you guys that have benefits through your employers. A lot of employers have an annual enrollment, and then in January, your numbers kind of fluctuate. So I'm gonna budget $7,000. I'm not sure how much this is gonna change quite yet. I need to look more into that. But it's just hard to budget with like not knowing with the pre-tax and stuff, like how it's going to play out. So I'm just going to leave it at 7,000. Yes, that is what we'll do. And then in our budget closeout, obviously every single month I do a better like look back, and then it'll be updated for our February budget. So I'm just roughly estimating $7,000. So that is what we're going to work with in the month of January. I am not anticipating any additional income in the month of January. Obviously, we usually do have side hustle income, but I never budget for that. We also did have the child tax credit, but that is, as far as I'm aware, still discontinued for 2022. So I'm not anticipating that. That might have changed since I filmed this. You know, things are always kind of changing. I know there was talks at some point of possibly extending that. I haven't heard it's been extended, so I am not going to put it in our budget. So we are using $7,000 as our baseline for our January budget. So let's get into our fixed expenses. So if you're familiar with my channel, we do have our mortgage. So this will actually be our mortgage for February 1st. So our money from January pays for our February 1st mortgage. Hopefully that makes sense. And that is $1,284. I don't anticipate that changing. However, we do pay our taxes, I believe, in March or April. So if it does change, it'll probably be in that time frame. Last year, our mortgage did go up a little bit because our escrow amount was not enough for our taxes and our insurance. So it does occasionally fluctuate, but probably not until the spring. So next up is our cell phones. So this actually did change. This is not one that typically changes. We've had this same amount for quite a while, but actually it's going down $10. So it was $140 and now it's $130. Basically, the only thing that changed is my husband had a cell phone protection plan that was $10 a month on his cell phone. We both have relatively old cell phones at this point. They're all paid off, like we own them. I think mine is a 10 and my husband's is a 10, iPhone 10. I can't remember offhand. We don't have like super new phones or anything. So I was like, why are we paying this $10 a month? If something were to happen to your phone, we would just get a different phone and just pay cash for it. So we decided to remove that insurance amount from his cell phone plan, which dropped our bill by $10. That was definitely welcomed because we really didn't need it. And I kind of wish that I would have realized that he had it before, but it is what it is. So we also pay for Netflix every single month, and that is $15. We also have our Peloton bike. So that is $41. I am really proud of myself because I have been writing 22 and I have not made the mistake of writing 21, even though we are still in 2021. I am really happy with that. I was like, before this video, I was like, okay, make sure you don't write 2022 and 2021. So our internet bill. So I talked about this a little bit in my November recap, but we did switch internet providers. We were supposed to have our bill going up with our previous cell phone provider, and we decided to switch. So this I'm still estimating will be $60, which is the same that it was before we switched. And so I'm anticipating it'll still be the same, but it might be like a little bit off from that. So we'll kind of see when we get our first official bill. We have not received that bill yet. So $60 is what I am budgeting for that. We have a new category. So obviously, if you've been watching my videos lately, we are very, very close to being debt free. I am filming videos right now in debt-free December. That is kind of the theme of December for us, is debt-free December. So there are some changes in this January budget that are reflecting the possibility of us being debt-free either in December or early January. I don't know still when exactly that's going to happen. So I have made some adjustments in our January budget, and I will make further adjustments when we're actually debt-free. Hopefully that makes sense. But one category that we wanted to include is giving. So I'm not putting a ton of stipulations on this money, but I wanted to set it aside. So we are setting $100 aside for giving. This, I'm not sure what we're going to do with yet. I don't know if we're going to do like spontaneous giving, if we're going to pick a charity and set aside this $100 every single month to go directly to that charity. I don't know exactly what we're going to do with this yet. We have not talked about it in full as far as what we want to do with it. If we want to like stick to one charity for the whole year, or if we want to kind of give to multiple places. Giving is something that I've wanted to have in our budget for a while, and it has just fallen to the back seat because of our debt-free journey. But it is something that is important to me, and I want to be somebody that is giving back to my community. So $100 will be set aside every single month moving forward. Hopefully it'll increase in the future as well, but for now we decided to set aside $100 for giving, and I will detail more about that probably as we kind of figure out what we want to do that with that exactly. Like I said, I don't know if we want to like pick one charity and just have a standing donation going to it, or if we want to kind of like switch it up based on the month. We have done different things in the past. We have a few different charities that we have donated to in the past that are very close to us, close to our hearts. So I probably will stick to those few charities in our local area, but more to come on that. So another budget item that we have that we don't normally have is our car insurance. So we pay our car insurance every 6 months. So this is a bigger expense for us. We don't currently really have a sinking fund for this. We have a car sinking fund that we could theoretically pull this money out of, but I prefer just to cash flow it when we can. I'm estimating this will be about $385. Our car insurance is very low. We have a paid off car. We don't have like a super sporty car. We're older, so I feel like our car insurance is really good. We've never been in any accidents. So I feel like our car insurance is really low. We also get a lot of discounts because we have multiple insurances through this one provider. We have our home insurance through them, which greatly discounts our car insurance. So I'm estimating about $385 for our 6-month bill. And then lastly, in our fixed expenses is preschool. So my daughter does go to a preschool program every single week. She goes part-time right now, and that is actually going up a little bit. So because of all the inflation and stuff, our daycare provider reached out to us and said that they were increasing their rates a little bit. So we were paying $131 a week, and now we're paying $134 a week. So it's a very slight increase. Totally fine. I understand the reasoning behind it. Obviously, things are just really crazy expensive right now, and people are short-staffed, and things need to change. So $536 is what we are budgeting for this month. That is $134 times 4 weeks, and then I do pay that weekly. So I just don't detail it out based on per week, but it is $536 total for the month. So that leaves our total fixed expenses at $2,551, and that leaves our remaining at $4,449. You guys, I'm so sorry if my lighting's changing. I am having some lighting issues. So sorry if my lighting is being goofy, but stick with me. I am filming this in the like one time frame that I have, so the outside light is not working very well with my ring light right now, but that's okay. Stick with me. Sorry, I know it's not perfect. I'm trying my best. So let's go up to the variable expenses. So first we have our electric. I am budgeting $200 for our electric this month. January is typically one of our most expensive months for electric, so this might be a little bit short. I'm hoping not. We'll see. I am budgeting $200 for our electric. Personal spending. If you've been around here for a while, we have had this at $100. And for the month of January, I'm not increasing this yet, although this is a category that we do want to increase. But for now, we are leaving it at $100. It is not a huge priority for us. And since we do have some additional categories this month, I decided to just leave it at $100 for this month until we are like officially debt-free, which I mean might be in January, but either way, we're just going to leave it at that for the month. Then our gas, we are leaving at $125, which is what we have been budgeting for. So $125 for gas. Groceries is a category that we are increasing to $600. So I know I've talked a lot about this lately, but we've been going over our groceries and I just feel like it is not enough anymore for us. So we are increasing it to $600. If you are new to my channel, I am having a baby in January. So I'm trying to add in a little bit of like flux in our budget. Obviously, having a baby is a huge, we're not having the baby until like late January, but still, there's a lot of flux that happens when you have a baby. So I'm trying to kind of build in a little bit of flexibility in our budget. And one of those is by having a little bit of a larger grocery budget. We'll see how that works out. And then a new category for us as well is fun/kids. So this is a budget that I've been wanting to add for a while, but I was kind of waiting till we were either debt-free or very, very close. I'm just setting aside $100 for this. Not sure what exactly we're going to use this for. I envision it being like outings with our kids or just extra fun things with our kids. So yeah, $100. I'm going to be setting aside for that every single month. Then we also have our miscellaneous category, which is not changing. So this is just anything like miscellaneous that we don't have in our budget category. $200 a month. I feel like this will definitely be eaten up by some baby stuff because if you've had a baby, you know how convenient that Amazon Prime is. You have a baby that you're wanting to sleep that isn't sleeping, and yeah, it is rough. So dining out, we're increasing a little bit for the month of January to $225. We normally budget $200, but you know, having a baby and stuff, I'm just gonna give myself a little bit more flexibility in that category. That brings our total of our variable expenses to $1,550, which gives us a remaining of $2,899. So moving down to our sinking funds. So we have sinking funds set up. We have just a couple. So we have car, home, Christmas, kids, and vacation. So these have not changed. These are our categories we've had for a while. I am setting aside basically $50 for each of these except for Christmas. I'm going to set $75. We did not have anything left over in our Christmas budget, or we don't have anything left over in our Christmas budget. So we did have some money left over in our Christmas budget, but we actually ended up spending it. I donated some of it. I also sponsored a family. So yeah, we completely ate all of our Christmas budget for 2021. I was initially thinking maybe we would roll some over, but honestly, it felt like more of a priority for me to donate what we had left. We were extremely blessed to have a lot of gift cards from apps like Rakuten, Fetch, and all of those kind of apps. I had a lot of gift cards saved up from the entire year, so we were able to save a lot of actual money on Christmas. And so I decided I would rather use that money to donate to charities as well as a family that needed it more than we did. So we are starting completely from zero for Christmas. So I'm going to be setting aside $75 a month. That will give us a budget of $900 by December, or I should say in December. For Christmas, I feel like that is definitely a lot of money, but it will also be a priority for us in 2022 to do some additional giving in the Christmas season. So I want to have some flexibility in that budget. So that is just what we decided on. But other than that, $50 for each of the other categories for now. Since this is much more of a spending month for us with some of these extras, I just decided to keep the sinking funds a little bit more light this month. So that is a total of $275 for sinking funds, and that gives us a remaining of $2,624. So normally I would say you know where that's going and it's going to debt, but is it going to debt? I don't know. We are not quite all the way through December yet, so I don't know if we're going to be debt free this month or if we're going to be partially like really, really close or whatever. So question mark, I don't know what this is going to quite yet. If we are not debt free, it will go to debt. I'm hoping that we won't have this much debt left though. So either a portion of it or something, I'm not sure. Depending on what our debt total is or if we're debt free. This money will either go towards debt or our emergency fund. So immediately after we are debt free, our biggest priority is to save up our emergency fund and fully fund it. So that will be our next priority. So whatever doesn't go to debt will go towards our emergency fund. So it is currently going to question mark, but more to come on that in the future videos. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already for my debt-free December videos. You will see more coming in the next few weeks as well. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye, guys.